The black and brown communities that were first on the list of who died cannot be last on the list of who receives the vaccine, period. We have a vaccine on the way, truly great news. But polls say 50% of the American people say they would not take the vaccine if it were available today because they don't trust the way this federal government has politicized the process. So New York and other states, 7 in total, will simultaneously review the vaccine approval with independent medical experts so people know it's safe.
As soon as April, the vaccine will be available to the entire general population, with the exception of places like New York State, where, for political reasons, the governor decided to say, and I don't think it's good politically, I think it's very bad from a health standpoint, but he wants to take his time on the vaccine. He doesn't trust where the vaccine's coming from.
The Trump administration is designing the distribution plan. And their plan basically has private healthcare companies administer the vaccine, hospitals, big drugstores, doctors' offices, etc. It sounds fine, right? But hold on. We know that our black, brown, and poorer communities have fewer healthcare institutions. Their communities are too often healthcare deserts. That's why we have more underlying conditions, and that's why the COVID death toll is so high for black and brown communities. We're not going to make the same mistake again. The black and brown communities that were first on the list of who died cannot be last on the list of who receives the vaccine, period.
He doesn't trust the fact that it's this White House, this administration, so we won't be delivering it to New York until we have authorization to do so.
We need to make special efforts for the vaccine to reach the underserved black, brown, and poor communities. The private market alone will not do it. We need to enlist community groups to distribute the vaccine in their community. We need faith-based groups that the community trusts to distribute the vaccine. We need medical teams and outreach teams going into public housing projects and low-income communities. New York State will mobilize an army to vaccinate all New Yorkers fairly, equitably. No state will do it better, but we need the federal resources to do it. The federal government has been starving state and local governments, and they know it. Their own federal government, CDC, says it will cost $6.6 billion to do a fair distribution program. They've only provided $140 million. Who gets the vaccine and who doesn't get the vaccine is not just a question of morality and principle. It's a legal question. Any plan that intentionally burdens communities of color to hinder access to the vaccine deprives those communities of equal protection under the law, and equal protection is enshrined in the Constitution of these United States. If the Trump administration does not change this plan and does not provide an equitable vaccine process, we will enforce our legal rights. We will bring legal action to protect New Yorkers, and we will fight to make sure every life is protected equally, because enough people have died and enough injustice has been done during COVID. It stops now. It stops with this vaccine. The virus shows us the simple truth. Unless everyone is protected, no one is protected. COVID doesn't discriminate. Neither should we.